cool. Our next league today, we're playing some more Death and Taxes. The stack treated us great last week. I really enjoyed it. Pretty excited to get in some more games with it. I could see there like a very real chance that I play this at the PT, so that sounds solid. We don't have Brightlings in the deck yet because they just aren't available anywhere online. Everywhere that would have Brightlings is sold out of them. Or was when I checked this morning, so I would love to have Brightlings, but for now we're just doing this. Interesting. Inquisition me. I would really like to resolve this Thalia against their deck, I think. So I think I'm just gonna, like, trade this Familiar for this Inquisition. Guarantee my Thalia hits the battlefield. Oh wow, Vial. I really want to start taking up Vial too. I think I'm just gonna stick Thalia though. Yeah, I agree, Minifer. I like that plan. If they Fatal Push this and they're on like a controlling deck, we get to go Vial plus Stoneforge. If they're on a combo deck, we just want the Thalia in play as soon as possible. Oh my god. How many chests is that for? Like, what's the open rate on Brightlings? How many chests do you need to open on average to get a Brightling? Recruiter. I wish I knew what they were on. They are on a control deck. Okay. Cool. That means we don't have to like aggressively Recruiter here. We can just Vial and Stoneforge. You opened 60 chests and got 0 Brightlings. That's heartbreaking. Oh my god. Alright. Deal. I guess they figure they're not using that force at any other point if this resolves. I prefer the Sword of Fire and Ice, but I guess Batterskull forces them to kill the Mystic now, and we can get the sword next time. Oh, you just get the sword? That's fair. Especially since... I figured like the second Mystic could get the sword. And the first Mystic can get the Batterskull to force them to kill the Mystic, but maybe we just want to get the sword as soon as possible, especially since they're likely a Baleful Strix deck. And sword lets us get past Strixes pretty well. Makes like our Recruiter into a relevant creature. Shit. Alright, that was not ideal, to say the least. I feel like if we'd got the sword, we'd be in a better position now. Having a sword on board, just turning like every creature into a threat. Okay. Rar. Oh, and if we get the sword, they can just snap Inquisition, potentially? That's fair. Didn't think about that as a point, but I think that's actually kind of relevant. Right. I'm not sure the Jitte is terribly useful to us, but it can help, like, shoot down Baleful Strixes if they draw into some. I'd love to be able to, like, protect the Batterskull. If they had a K command, they'd have used it now, though, in our end of turn. So let's just suit up the... Let's say suit up the Germ, since they can just kill the Stoneforge anyway. It's like almost tempting not to attack the Stoneforge so they can't trade a Snapcaster with it. But we have like the swords if need be to use on a Snapcaster. Yeah, I don't know why True Names aren't more common in chests. It's like absurd that True Name costs so much. There's like actually no reason for True Name to cost that much. They should just put more in the chests, make people more excited to open chests as well. Okay, Stoneforge down. Hopefully they didn't find a K command. This is such awful UI design. Why are the counters hidden underneath the Germ? Jeez. That's like so bad. I've never noticed this before because the Jittes have always been on the other side, but incoming Jace. Yep. Goodbye, Germ. It's not the worst draw in the world. I think we're probably pretty dead on board, but we can keep playing for a couple turns. Now we can get our Sophie, yeah. Sophie seems great against the Jace bouncing. I'm just a bit worried about everything else that's going on, but... Interesting. What are they casting? Oh, like, snap him? I'm confused. Having counters on the Jitte is really nice. It means we can get past Baleful Strix pretty well, even without the sword. Oh, Toxic Deluge. Can't we just pump our Mystic twice? We just pump our Mystic twice, right? I guess they then get to bolt it or something, but I'm not missing anything, am I? I might be getting set up here. Whatever, I'm gonna try. I can't afford to lose my Mystic, so... Why pump? To keep the Mystic in play so we can suit it up? Is this bad? They could have a Strix, but then we can sword the Strix. I think this is good. Like now they can bolt our Stoneforge, but like the Strix doesn't matter too much. So we can just swords it out the way and get some more counters on our Stoneforge. Or if we draw a land, we get to sword up our Stoneforge and kill them. Yeah, we win if we draw a land, exactly. If we draw a land and they don't draw a push, we win. A push or a bolt. Hey. Hey there. They could force this, I guess. Oh, we had to run this into the force to go for the kill though, right? Obviously sucks for us, but we had to run this into the force to go for the kill. Okay. So now we have to swords the Strix so that we can hit them. And get some counters back on the Jitte. Yeah, I think so too, Chris. Obviously feels a bit bad, but I think it's probably correct. Yep, bounce the Stoneforge, and then him us, maybe? Or K-Command, discard. Or just let us untap. Okay. Cast both our critters. Well, we get to do the Thalia Caracas thing. I think maybe they're going to force the Stoneforge is what's going to happen. Obviously, if they have oh, if they have a force in hand, we should make the Thalia first. So that they can't... Yeah, I agree, Alex. We should lead with Thalia off Cavern so that they can't force anything. I agree completely. Strong agree. Yeah. I got there. You are correct. Okay. We're actually like pretty far ahead at the moment, even though they have a Jace on board. The Thalia Caracas is like really obnoxious. That's okay. I think I need to look into seeing if I can reduce the delay at all. Once I get partnered, I might be able to. No, that was Stoneblade. I'm pretty off Stoneblade. I think Stoneblade has this problem that it makes all its, like, cards worse. As weird as that sounds. Like, it's a bad Stoneforge Mystic deck, and it's a bad Jace deck, and just like all its cards just don't work within the shell to like their full potential. But I really like Death and Taxes. Yeah, Angler doesn't really do anything. Oh, yeah, I beat Death and Taxes very easily with Grixis, but I think the Grixis deck lines up really well against Taxes in general. I have no idea what I do here. I can equip the Stoneforge with Jitte and just attack with both and like cross my fingers, I guess. Yes, that's what I meant to do. I'll equip the Skull onto Stoneforge and just attack with Stoneforge. There's like so many options here, it's kind of unreal. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, Chris. If I cast this first, I can turn off some number of outs and then equip Jitte. And like Jitte is just as lethal as the Batterskull is. I mean, we have the win this way too, except we cut off some number of outs. Unless I'm missing something. So I can name one or three. One cuts off Snapcaster and Push and Bolt, whereas 3 only cuts off Gate Command, so I think I'm naming one. Then we equip the Stoneforge, attack with our critters. Assume they're just dead. Yep. Wow. I mean, they didn't draw a Kolaghan's command, which makes this a lot easier. So Cataclysm and Gideon seem excellent. And yeah, these big ones, we could, like, this stuff is all varying degrees of okay. I guess we don't really need to answer Jace, because like we have Revoker. I think it's this stuff we mainly want though. Council's Judgment is great. The answer is what? Angler and Jace. Cut the plows. Yeah, I was thinking of cutting the plows for sure. I guess Council's Judgment comes in as like answers to Angler that actually do something like other than just answer Angler, whereas Swords is like really narrow. Like this answers Angler and Liliana. Alright, what other stuff are we unexcited by? The Clerics. I assume the Cleric is worse than Rip in this matchup. And is also just unexciting in general. I guess Serra Avenger might be unexciting too, it just like runs into Baleful Strix and gets answered really easily. So we can turn them into like a couple rips and then just run that. We can do something like this. Yeah, let's try this. I'm not like completely convinced about rip, but it's probably fine. Like, the Snapcasters still get to block, and they have Brainstorms to shuffle away dead cards. But I think I like it. Ooh, this hand is gas. Alright, so just cast a Vial this turn. Rude. Maybe we should have cut Revoker. That's reasonable. Maybe Revoker is worse than the Avenger. Oh my god, I wish I had a white source right now. Cavern punishing me. Almost wonder if I just want to cast Valia here instead of getting my second Vial in play. I don't know how important the second Vial actually is. And if they use a removal spell on Valia, that means we probably get to untap with Mother of Runes, which is really nice. I actually kind of like this. Vial. I guess I get to attack with Valia. And then just cast the second Vial now, since we've got nothing else to do. Could also just port them. I mean, they do have Deluges and stuff in their deck, Chris, but it's definitely a good start. I almost wonder if porting them is better than getting the second Vial in play. I'm not really sure. You like just porting? I kinda like it. Port takes them off K command, that's true. That's true. We can just like hold the second Aether Vial as yeah, that makes sense. Porting them takes them off Deluge too. It doesn't take them off Deluge forever though, right? It's only for one turn. It does force them to like keep hitting land drops though. Revoker cannot name Bloodstained Mire. It is not Pithing Needle, alas. If it was, that would be dreamy. Yeah, I guess they get to respond to port the turn after, but not next turn, right? Because they only have the 3 mana. But if they hit the 4th mana, then they can, like, upkeep K-Command eventually. Yeah, that's fair, Manmon. For the longest time, I could, like, never remember exactly how it all worked. Huh. Pricey Brainstorm? Sure. Yeah, but if they only have the 3 lands in play, they just physically cannot cast K-Command, right? Because of the Thalia. Even if they float the mana. Wow, they have a mountain in their deck? Jeez. I think I'm hitting the island. Cut them off Ponder. No worries. No respect for Spirit of the Labyrinth. Oh, that would be so absurd. Okay, they're managing to get together some land drops, which is decent for them. Holy cow. Alright, that is a Dark Confidant. Oh, I could have done that, Bobsy. Actually I couldn't have. They brainstormed after I ported, right? I guess let me just do this. Take this up to 3. Jeez, this mana situation is all. This cavern has been like a million times worse than a plains. All I've wanted this game is a plains. I don't know that you can actually play caverns in this deck. Right. I have Flicker Wisp up, so I think I can afford to potentially have to tap the mother to like push through a creature. I also just want to get in damage with the Dark Confidant on board. Yeah, that makes sense, Minifer. Absolutely. Out of interest, how good do you think Brightling is, Minifer? I'm like really unsure on it. Everyone's raving about it. I guess my worry is that it just like runs into Baleful Strix just like everything else, but I could Flicker Cavern and name Core. That's true. I think the Flicker Wisp is going to be used to save something from a removal spell this turn, most likely. I'm just going to let them untap with the Bob. He revealed an Underground Sea. Okay. Tap this. red source. Yeah, that makes sense, Minifer. Okay, commanding me into oblivion. Uh-huh. Get to rescue my Thalia. They don't have Fatal Push. I'm still in an okay spot. They did not. That is really good news for me. Okay, I can attack them for 7. They can block the Revoker potentially. It might be that this turn I'm not meant to attack with the Revoker, because I now want to keep Mother of Runes up. Now that I don't have Flicker Wisp up. This is probably fine. Getting the Dark Confidant off the board is worth something too. I don't know. Okay. So, am I Mysticking or Rest in Peacing? I'm a bit scared of Deluge, which inclines me to Rest in Peace, I think. Opponent almost certainly still has Angler in their deck. They'd have cast an Angler if they had one that turn. I guess Angler plus Bob is kind of rough. I think I just want to cast Rip. I feel like I don't want to run into a Deluge anymore, and we have enough pressure. So this seems good to me. Turn off Snapcasters. Angler. Angler. One time, Gurmag Angler. Never have I rooted so much for my opponent to draw a Gurmag Angler. Him to Tarak. I guess we don't care about that too much. They want to tap 3 mana for him to Tarak at the moment. I'm kind of down. I mean, I assume they boarded out their forces against us in like this grindy matchup, and boarded in Dark Confidant. Is my assumption. Like, that makes the most sense. They have Toxic Deluge. Alright. I mean, we weren't beating Deluge anyways. This is kind of brutal though. So do we get Batterskull or Sword? Huh. Sword is better, I guess. And like, hopefully we keep an equipment through him. Yeah, them boarding in Bob is a bit weird. Against, like, a deck where their life total's under attack a bit. I guess they figure we're taking out Swords to Plowshares, though. Yep. Now I'm wishing I had the Battle Skull. It's like casting the Vials so rough with them having him potentially in hand. But I will make sure to check that out, Honk. Thank you for recommending that. Actually gonna make a note of that. I don't know what the chances are that I end up playing this deck, but I think it's like pretty well positioned at the moment. It's felt like one of the better decks we've tried out. Colligan's Command. Edict, sure. Alright, let's just move on. Oh, they're gonna K command us anyway. Draw stepping. Okay, so we're thinking of taking out the Revokers, which I like the sound of. Can either bring these Serra Avengers back in or something else. I think the Serra Avengers sound good. Could also bring in small number of swords back in. Now we know about Dark Confidant. Not sure that we're actually very worried about Dark Confidant though, with us being on the play. Like, you could see like trimming a rip to bring like one swords back in, especially now they know about the rip, so like are likely boarding out some graveyard stuff anyway. I definitely think these caverns should probably just... This is like the second time we've been punished by cavern as well. Yeah, we have Council's Judgment too, which is like a much better answer for Bob on the play as well than it is on the draw. So I think we'll be fine. Alright. We'll go first. This hand is solid. Cavern is better in Goblins. because it doesn't have like as much in the way of diverse creature types. In D&T it's kind of awkward because like your creature types are really diverse and you have like a bunch of double white non-creature spells that you sideboard into. So it is way better in Goblins than it is in Death and Taxes. We get a Pass with Port up and then like potentially tap them off a mana so they can't kill Mum as easily. I don't think Goblins cares about Wasteland too much. Jeez. Alright. Rude. Oh, I should have done this during combat, because now they can like find a blue source and cast a cantrip, me doing it second main. I guess it doesn't matter, I should have done it end step now, since I'm not vialing in Mother into the explosives anyway. Yeah, this is loose. This is definitely loose. We can flicker the... that is true. That is, so we can vial in Mother, untap, flicker EE. I guess we know they have a bolt, but... or they're representing a bolt. But that's fine, they might not even bolt the Mother, they might just like assume they can get the clean 2 for 1. Should be a pretty big assumption. They are tempted to let the Mother survive. Sick. And we drew a Council's Judgment. I think we just want to Flicker Wisp this though, it's like so much value. We're in game 3 of our first match, Alex. We got destroyed by a deluge last game, but we just got to Flicker Wisp and Engineered Explosives, which is pretty nasty. So I think we're doing okay. If they deluge us this turn, we get to go Vial Recruiter, get Flicker Wisp Recruiter, because they'll be tapped out. Recruiter for Jaily Boy, jeez, that's probably correct. Yeah, I like that line a lot, Alex. That is nasty. We can cast the Jaily Boy. Get our Phyrexian Arena online. I just cannot wait to be queen. Hmm. I do like Phyrexian Arena, let me tell you. Literally better than Jace. I mean, strong claim. Personal Teferi. To be fair, most Teferis are personal Teferis. Oh my god. The brainstorm in response to Palace Jailer. Also, by the way, Alex, Cavern is so trash, and I don't understand why you play it. Like, there's so many double white things in the deck, like... It was like a serious problem last game, the Cavern. Alright, get to untap Flicker Whisper, Phyrexian Arena in play. Port's in play. Cannot possibly. Double removal mum when we were queen. Yep, that seemed to happen. Sure did seem to happen. Snapcaster Mage. What you gonna bolt? Interesting. So I can flicker my flicker. And then they have to kill this Flicker Wisp to get the Snapcaster through. Let it go. This is just bad. Yes, this is just bad, huh? Because now they can potentially hit us with the Snapcaster. And then deluge us. Then we get to, like, hit them back with our Flicker Wisp. Alright, Alright, we got there. That makes sense, Alex. That was probably a bit aggressive. We can, like, leave the Recruiter back on blocks. And then, if they go to kill the Recruiter, we get even more value out of flickering as well. Even just hold back, like, both of these on blocks and just attack with the Flicker Wisp. No, I probably did play that a bit aggressively. When, like, I have a Phyrexian Arena in play, so... just want to play things patiently. Wow, we just defeated Grixis Control somehow. Thanks, Arcanevin. Yeah, I agree completely. Alex, you're correct. Right, I am gonna go get some more water a sec. didn't come back to Phil complimenting the lack of obstruction of Mew. I'm so disappointed. Alright, into our second match. Currently 1-0. Stefan Taxes is great. Somehow beat like one of our worst matchups. You offer up disappointment daily. Oh my god. Yes, we're crossing our fingers with these vials resolving. Not even close to the worst matchup. Maybe that was an exaggeration. It seems like a rough matchup though. The Snapcaster Colligan's command deck. I assume it's a bad matchup. I would like to draw a Caracas. That is a very fair point, Alex. Maybe we're not meant to show them the Wasteland and hide it, but like if I draw a second Wasteland, I want to have both in play. I don't know. Magic's hard. How's this matchup? I assume this matchup is very good, but this hand seems suboptimal. They have to Ghost Quarter our Wasteland. Oh my lord. Exciting. I'm just gonna hold up my Wasteland and only play the one extra vial here. Don't think we really need the third one anyway. Yeah. So if I go for it now, they can Spirit Guide me, right? If I don't go for it now, they just get to force action with the Ghost Quarter next turn, though. This is complicated. What do I do here? I guess even if they make a 20/20, I have a blocker. So I can probably just Wasteland them now. From force action. Yeah, just waste the depths. I think I like just wasting the depths. I guess I want to... Yeah, this is fine. Waste the stage? Oh, because the stage has more utility than the depths, that makes sense. Whilst the depths is just kind of useless. Alright. Alright. They had the Spirit Guide. Which is annoying. That also makes sense, Frozen. I guess it's kind of a tough position regardless. Figuring out which is better to hit. Another Wasteland, that's really good. It helps us like dig through their lands to get past the Safekeeper. So I guess we just hit this Bayou, right? We have to dodge Pithing Needle for the entire game. Which is a thing. We We are stone dead to Pithing Needle for this entire game. I think we went. So the next turn they get to Ghost Quarter us to force us to do it. But I guess if we wait, we get like one more chump block out of our flyers, which is nice because we wouldn't have to chump block this turn. Yeah, we get an additional turn of not chump blocking. Yeah, that makes sense. And they're not just going to present it on board like that unless they have the mana to play over the top of it. That makes sense. Did not have crop rotation, thank God. And we can exile their yard to the extent that that matters. Another flying blocker is great as well. Jeez. I'm a bit worried. If they have another land, they get to protect this from the second Flickerwisp. Yeah. This is rough. Okay. So we can put in Flickerwisp. Target the Marit Lage. And they sack a land to protect it. Your kingdom for a Karakas. That would be pretty busted right now. I actually think I want to Stoneforge instead of Serra Revenger here. I think. Oh, we block with... What does looping Flickerwisps do for us, though? I guess it lets us get a free chump block, right? If we get Batterskull, we can get ourselves above 20. That's true. It doesn't give us infinite blockers, but it lets us get a free chump block, which I think is worthwhile because it buys us a turn. I think I'm into that. Let's put in the Serra Revenger. Chump with the Serra Revenger. This is quite something. So we will not use the Bio 1-4, right? This is the Bio 1-3. Yeah, we do not want to go above 3. We have a Palace Jailer, I guess. But I guess we could have them on 2, 3, 4. I think we just want 2, 3, 3 though. I think if we get to the point where we can search up Palace Jailer, we're in a good spot anyway. So we go... No... Yes. Yes. Yeah, if I flicker Flickerwisp, I get an extra chump block out of this situation, I think. Because I get to flicker Flickerwisp, end of turn, flicker Marit Lage. Oh, we don't get an attack in here. We don't get an attack in because we have to be able to flicker our Flickerwisp on blocks. When do I want to port the Ghost Quarter? I guess I do it now. This is quite the absurd game. The Marit Lage just keeps on coming. We're going to put in Stoneforge this turn. We've got a Vile one too. So now we get to put in Flickerwisp. Flicker or Flickerwisp. Oh, Jitte Safekeeper. That's a really good point. I didn't think of that at all. And then we'd be able to kill the Marit Lage this turn. You're right. We should have got Jitte. Yeah, I didn't consider that Jitte kills Safekeeper. That's a really good point. Holy shit. Oh my god. I didn't realise the Hex Mage did that either, I thought. I mean, now we don't get our Stoneforge Mystic. We should have activated Vile in response to Hex Mage, I guess. It's kind of funny. Oh. Some amount, if we do lose this game, some amount of it is due to my inexperience with this deck, I think. I think that is fair to say. Now we can go 4-3 and build this up to 2, so that we can immediately recruit for Jailer, if need be, I guess. I guess we recruit for Flickerwisp first, because then we can get more chump blocks out of the Flickerwisps. So we actually want them both on 3. Oh no, we don't get more chump blocks, we have to flicker the Recruiter. But we still just get more chump blocks out of the Flickerwisps. So yeah, we just want them on 3 at the moment. So no. No. And then we can start ticking this up. Okay. Elemental. Yeah, an answer to step would be appreciated for sure. I do not disagree with you there. Guess we want to get Jitte, because it kills Safekeeper and like gains us life out of Marit Lage range. And get to attack for free. No attacks. Why no attacks? They can go land, decay. They'd only have the 1 card in hand, Alex. So they can't do that. Fortsies my equipment. Yep. Ah. I would like to draw a Caracas, please. Alright, so we leave this on free. We leave this on free. We tick this up to 2. That is a chump blocker. I will take it. And we get to tap down their Ghost Quarter so that the Caracas can just, like, take over. Game is hard. I think if we'd played this correctly, we'd probably be, like, pretty much a lock to win by this point. I think we'd have got the Marit Lage out of play if we'd played it correctly, but still kind of learning. Deck is very challenging, Magic is very challenging. Still dead to step top deck, yep. I know. There's not anything we can do about that though. Alright. Nope. Nope. And no. Oh my god. I didn't want to tick it up to 4 because if I draw a Recruiter, I want to go Recruiter, Flickerwisp, Flickerwisp. But here we are being punished. We have 2 Recruiters and only 1 Jailer though, but maybe the Recruiter is such a good draw. Maybe the Recruiter is such a good draw that we don't need to, like, play towards it at all. No, they're gonna, like, Fort Seize us or something. Okay. I haven't been able to find Brightlings online. It's really hard to buy them. Like, everywhere's just sold out of Brightlings, last I checked. Otherwise, I'd be trying Brightling out. Okay, so this one goes up to 4, and the others stay where they are. Oh, I should have ported this, I'm so stupid. Just tilting. Alright, so we need to Jailer, and then hope to rip a Flickerwisp. End of our turn. Makes sense. We could also rip a Serra Revenger, right? We have 1 of those left. So we have 3 live draws to keep us in the game. Oh, Goatbots has Brightlings now? Cool. I will look into that later after the stream's over then. Should have targeted Sylvan. Does it make any difference? No, they're just gonna activate anyway, right? If I play that game better, I win. There's like 2 mistakes I made that game that were probably... One of them was like definitely game losing, one of them probably was. I'm learning the deck, right? There's always going to be like some hiccups when you're learning. So I'm not really too worried about it. This stuff all seems great. Awesome, I'll look into that later, Elk. Thanks for linking that. You want the surgicals too, just to cut them off like repeatedly doing it? Yeah, it's like, I'm learning, it's whatever. I'm not too worried. Thalia seems not exciting. Yeah, I agree. Alcid. I didn't think of Jitte being like so absurd, but it really was. So I should have went to get it. I could just cut all the Thalias. Thalia just hurts us more than helps us in this matchup because we've got all this 1-mana interaction. You don't like the Stoneforge Mystic package much? That's fair. Is Thalia great? We've got all this 1-mana interaction we want to hold up, which makes me like a bit nervous about her. Yeah, Surgicals could be good, agree. Surgical's just not needed, you just want to like play your core game plan and grind them out naturally anyway. I mean, it's the question of like, even if it's not needed, is it still good? They are pretty choked on mana. Revoker is meh. It does answer Safekeeper though, which was problematic that game. And it also... I think the Revoker's probably fine. I'm just like wondering how I fit in these clerics. I think the Thalias are not very good here, honestly. Bought out the Stoneforge package. Okay. And keep in some Thalias. Okay. People are saying Thalia is great. I will keep in Thalia. I do not have enough time to swap cards around, but I can... This is still fine. You think the cleric's bad? I just figured like it can block for a turn whilst you're grinding through Safekeepers. This is fine. What does Cataclysm do here, Alex? You'd mulligan. We have a Wasteland to stop them going quickly, and then we have Judgment. Is it just too slow, though? Like, if they wait to play around one of the Judgments, they get Wastelanded, and if they go for it, then they get Judgmented. Yeah, I think that sounds fine. This is my intuition. Leading on Wasteland getting low-key punished by this port. I'd love to port them this turn, but I need to play the Plains in case they make a 2020. This is really hard for them to make a 2020 if I port them. It's not that hard. They go Lotus Petal, Dark Depths, whatever. I just have to pass here. Lotus Petal, Dark Depths, Hex Mage would give them a 2020. Which is like not that unlikely. Okay, we get to start searching up Flicker Wisps, which is something. Like start making a sea of blockers. I could just hold up the Wasteland instead. How do people feel on... I can just port them, hold up Wasteland, and then I recruit a next turn, right? That seems better. Tap this Urborg. I think I'm gonna play it super safe. Maybe I don't need to. I guess if I get Flickerwisp, they can't just go for the combo until they've dealt with Flickerwisp. So maybe it's safe anyway. There's like a lot to process and learn here. Holy shit. Alright. What's a Sylvan Library? It's exciting. So Alex was saying just to get the Jailer, which I kind of don't hate. We're going to have Wastelands to stop them comboing. That makes sense, Alk. That makes sense. I actually kind of just want to get the Jailer. It, like, keeps up with the card advantage of Library as well. We have like so many good things to draw into. Wisp lets us build an army, that's true. We just flicker the Recruiter. Yeah, this is fine. We get to hold Wasteland open. Hope they don't find a Pithing Needle. There is a stage. So now they just need like a crop rotation, I guess. Alright. Well, let's attack for one. Flickerwisp the Recruiter, grabbing another Flickerwisp. Then we can probably afford to get Mother of Runes into play here. Yeah, getting the Mother of Runes into play means, we can get to a point where we can, like, even protect our Flickerwisps from decays eventually. Which sounds appealing. I'm gonna decay the Recruiter. Gross. I'm still in a good spot. We're gonna have like a lot of pressure. We've got Wasteland to protect us. We've got Jitte to get above 20 life. Yeah, this is fine. We're still in a good spot, for sure. It's kind of tough because I'd want to be attacking with my Flickerwisp rather than leaving it back every turn, but... with two Wastelands we can probably afford to just, like, attack a bunch. There is the Dark Depths. Yeah, for sure, Elk. It looks really good for us. I can suit up the Flickerwisp, put them to 11, and then I have a 2-turn clock with the Jutei like threatening to gain me life as well. Okay, that's a thing. I guess we just let that resolve, right? No, I have to let it resolve. If they have a crop rotation and I go to waste. Yeah, I get to -1/-1 the Hex Mage to force action. And I have to let it resolve, otherwise I just like lose to cropped rotation. If I aggressively waste there. Equip the Flickerwisp. Alright, I guess I just do this now. Wow, they're removing counters from Jutei. I get to just gain life. That's so great. Now I'm above 20, so I can take a single hit from the Marit Lage. Currently we have a 3-turn clock, but we can attack with the Mother of Runes if need to. But probably not going to do that. Just like keep our 3-turn clock. Karakas. Okay. No mum attacks, yeah, I agree. I agree completely. Alright. Swords. Jeez, we just have infinite interaction. This is absurd. I feel kind of sorry for opponent. I say as we proceed to lose somehow. They're getting a Mazavith, maybe? Mazavith is pretty bad against Port. So I don't really care. They're getting a Ghost Quarter. They're going to try and make a 20/20 here. Nope. Alright. Move to your upkeep. Port you. They get to copy the Ghost Quarter now. That's rude. I guess what I do is I can tap the stage. When they go to copy Ghost Quarter, I can... Ah. Interesting. They're wastelanding my wasteland. I guess I just sacrifice it, right? I could also just tap the stage again. This seems good. Yeah, I agree. Porting it again seems really good. Getting it tapped so we can wasteland it in response. This is quite the stack of land activations. Oh. I could waste it. Yeah, maybe I meant to waste the depths there. That's a good question. It's like keeping hold of a wasteland kind of protects us from future combo turns. But like we get to shut off Hex Mage this way. Yes, we can just... Now if we depths here, they get to crop rotate, right? We just want to wait. Yeah, I just want to wait. That is a Hex Mage. Sure. I could do that. I don't think I have to. Is the thing. Why was it better to do it in the draw step, Shinahime? Yeah, just neg the vampire, yeah, I think I agree. Just clear it out the way, hit them for 5. Then we get to double port them. Shut them off mana. I want to pump the Flicker Wisp whilst I still have access to counters. Because they might like decay the Jitte. That's fair, give them less information on the trigger. Also gets to like draw a crop rotation potentially, which could be good in the fight. This is game 2, we have to win a game 3. These games are quite long. I've been playing somewhat slowly because these games are like absurdly complicated. But we'll be fine. Should be fine. If this was game 3, we would have less time. Oh my god. I feel so called out. That's so brutal. Jesus. Alright, so people were saying trimming this. The Jitte was honestly kind of insane there. I'm kind of happy with keeping 2 Stoneforges on the Jitte in the deck. And just having like the 3 Thalias. The Jitte was like so absurd. And they have, what's it called, Sylvan Safekeeper as well, the Jitte deals with. I think Death and Taxes is very strong and very well positioned. Alex will never let me live that comment down. You think I should just bring in the surgicals? Oh, I think you now can't change sideboarding anymore. But I will try and bring them in. Then they can never win again. Yeah. That's reasonable. Try and fit in the surgicals in time. Oh, awesome. Glad you're enjoying the YouTube content. And no, I'm pretty happy with most of the matchups with this deck. At the moment. Delver isn't as popular as I hoped it would be. Delver's like really toned down in numbers online compared to where it was. And obviously that matchup's great for this deck, so I'm a bit sad to see less of that. It only really works with Wasteland. That's fair, Honk. That's fair. Mainly bringing them in just to like try them. Honestly, I don't know if they'll be good or not. Oh my god, Phil. That is an accurate statement. The most important thing is just to avoid elves. Oh my god, look at this value. Look at this value. Value duress, jeez. And we drew a Wasteland. I could just waste them now. I kind of want to go Mother of Runes though. I think the Wasteland can do things other than just like cut them off coloured mana early. I'm gonna hold on to it. Phil is being quite rude. You're not wrong. Yeah, they had a forest anyway, so... Dark Depths. Okay. Oh, this is exciting. I look forward to this Surgical Extraction. With this Wasteland, just like we drew it up. Just like we drew it up. This is the plan. First 2 draw steps, just perfection. Even drew the Surgical so it couldn't be duressed. This is quite unreasonable. We drew Surgical plus Wasteland as our first 2 draw steps. Bubsy, it was kind of great. Oh my god. They still get to have Dark Depths plus... what's it called? But that's like way easier to deal with. Like, them only having half the combo still makes it like dramatically easier for us, right? So we're still fine with this. Oh, I tapped the wrong one because I'm an idiot. Probably not gonna matter. Holy cow. They have Rite of Consumption. Is it an int? It's a sorcery, okay. Obviously tapped the wrong land there because I'm great. Yeah, I just want to like protect my Thalia from removal. Maybe it doesn't matter too much. But, alright, Recruiter, that's good. Maybe I'm just meant to kill them quicker by attacking with the Mother as well. But I think this is fine. Yeah, Rite of Consumption's just a deal 20, basically. If they can untap with a Marital Age and play. We could actually lose this, we could. Agree. We get a Revoker, right? And we hope they don't draw a Black Source next turn. Because we can name Hexmage. Prison mode engaged. And we drew another white source. So lucky. Jeez. So lucky. If I'd had time, I would have checked whilst searching their deck that they don't have Toxic Deluge, but don't really have time. Vampire, Hexmage. Make a blocker. Into the north. Exiling Elvish Spirit Guide. What did they get? Oh, they just cut. Oh, they get a swamp. Okay, cool. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8. You can flick a Recruiter to find Palace Jailer, I guess. Since we're mainly scared of Deluge, and like Palace Jailer immediately just like digs us out of that. I guess I'm scared of them Hexmaging us post Deluge. They take 3 off the Deluge though. Yeah, I just want to get a Revoker. I just want a Revoker so that if they Deluge I go Revoker plus Thalia and kill them the turn after. It is a Hexmage. Oh, just double port. You're right. You're right, Elk. I should have ported. Yep. I agree completely. I should have ported. Strong agree. Strong agree. Alright. Is that 2-0? That's 2-0. Isn't Death and Daxes just great? Jeez. Alright. I'm gonna disappear to the bathroom a sec. And then we'll hop into our third match of what will hopefully be an incoming 5-0. still needs work. Oh my god. 7 out of 10. I'll take a 7 out of 10, Phil. Hey Casey. Yeah, I messed up game 1 as well. But good games. It was sweet. Yeah, game 1 I messed up a bunch throughout the game. Could have like there was like a term where I could have searched up Jitte and set up to like gain some life and get out of range. Autumn doesn't feel alive unless the clock is red. It's like a drug. I mean, all evidence points to yes. Right? All evidence points that way. Ooh, JPA. I feel like I should know who this person is. I recognize the name. I am not going to lie, I do not know who that person is. Best sneak player in the world. Okay. That's scary. Could just get down our familiar so that we don't get like turn 2 show and tell, but I guess I need to get down Vile this turn. Get something going. Exciting. Don't play scared. Yeah, I agree. Just have to jam and hope. Ooh, Mother Runes is not the best pre-board because they don't have much removal pre-board, so I think we just want to get Thalia in play for sure. Hashtag no fear. We ain't got time for fear. Unless we got like about 20 minutes for fear, but you know. Would like to draw a Caracas. Oh geez, that's absurd, Quasimov. No port. Judge's Familiar is like kind of okay, but might be in some trouble here. I guess it doesn't counter sneak attack, which is the thing. I think Death and Taxes is tier 1 and one of the best decks in the format, which is an improvement over where it was before, because before it was slightly awkward against a bunch of things. And my Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp your Omniscience, I suppose. Nice. Oh, we could have got rid of the Lotus Petal with the bird. You're right, I should have done that. 5, 6. Yeah, I should have done that. Yep. 100% correct. I wouldn't have got to counter it because they'd have just sacked the Lotus Petal, but we'd have got the Lotus Petal out of play, which is something. Yeah, I'm wondering if we're meant to attack with Mum too. They don't have removal spells pre-board. It's only post-board. Yeah, no, we should have sacked the bird, I agree. No Mum attacks. We're going to deal 6, put them to 5. Yeah, I think I attack here too. Like, is that crazy? The other option is I hold back this, which means it can block a sneak attacked Griselbrand. I put my opponent to 6. I guess I can, yeah, I should just get in with the bird. I have no idea what's correct here, honestly. This is like... It's all like so marginal, one way or the other. I mean, if I don't attack with the bird, they're still dead next turn. Except if they have a blocker. But if the blocker is Emrakul, I'm dying anyway, because they get to Omniscience it in. I guess if they have Emrakul, what happens? I lose 6 permanents. If I attack with the Mum, I can live through an Emrakul attack, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I put them to 4 and they still die even if they Emrakul me. Yeah, like realistically I'm dead to most spells, so it's probably not going to matter one way or the other, but... I think I like attacking with the Mother. I think I can't hold back both, because if I hold back both, I can't kill through casting Emrakul. So, like, holding back both is not an option. And I think if I'm not holding back both, it makes sense to attack with everything pre-board. Alright, this is fine. We get to keep 5 power in play, right? Because we get to keep Thalia Flickerwisp. So as long as he doesn't have... I guess I should have floated a white. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything. Yeah, so I still have Lethal on board. So I just need to, like, fade Griselbrand or another Emrakul. Chose not to shuffle. That's bad news. Okay, we need Karakas off the top. Alright, alright. This felt rough. Jeez. Everyone was saying this was like a great matchup, but that just felt horrendous. And we have like no good sideboard cards. Like, I guess we can bring in Canonist for Omniscience turns. Yeah, Omni made it a lot harder. That makes sense. Like, do any of the other sideboard cards do anything? So is Judgment. I guess Judgment can answer an Emrakul they sneak in. That makes sense. What does Surgical do? Oh, they often Intuition for their target. I thought most of the lists had cut Intuition, largely, nowadays. I don't know, I'm not convinced Surgical does anything. Maybe I'm wrong, but... I guess it probably does more than, like, Remorseful Cleric. Yeah, we have a lot of bad cards. Yeah, agree. So we just get to like cut some bad stuff anyway. Yeah, I'm not convinced this does anything, but I guess we board them in. Over like some of our bad cards. Beaters are better than Jitte, yep. The Jitte seems really bad, agree. Oh wow, that's an extreme change, Krasimov. That's really worrying. So personally I expect the two most popular decks at the PT to be Sneak and Show and Death and Taxes. If the matchup's like actually that awkward, I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep this. It's got a vial. If we get forced, it gets really awkward. You'd mull. Yeah. I think I'm gonna keep. I have the Jailer for show and tell. Which is nice. We don't have Battle Scores and more, that's true, that's true. That makes sense, Wags. Having a Canonist main could help a lot. It wouldn't have done anything that game, but... Fine, I will mull this. I guess there is just like a bit too much dead weight in it. Okay, we have a Caracas, which is solid. And we have a Thalia on top. This is great. Sounds really good. Now, putting a Canonist, having some more Canonists could help for sure. Alright. Swing with my 1/1. Still not convinced this card's good, but it certainly hasn't been bad yet. It was like kinda okay against Grixis control. Weirdly. Yeah, this sound is good. I agree. It's not like amazing, but it's certainly quite reasonable. Gonna cast a cantrip. I could get the Lotus Petal off board, but I think I want to keep my 1/1 in play. It's like basically the same, right? If I get the Lotus Petal off board now, they have like 1 less mana in future turns, or it's like the Familiar makes it that they have 1 less mana in future turns. But this way I also get to like swing for 1. It's only bad against like enchantments or whatever. But otherwise it's basically the same. Hey there, JD. Hope you're doing well. Alright. Their deck is Sneak and Show. Oh, I'd put in the Sanctum if I could, we just don't have the 3rd land. I think I want Batterskull to speed up my clock the most if I brick on a land for a turn. Because like if I don't brick on a land, I've got other things I want to cast. So this way we hit for free, put them to 11, put in Batterskull, and then we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still not quite there. I think the reality is it's probably not going to matter too much which one we get, but so I'm probably not going to stress over it too much. I think we've mainly just cast a 1-2, most likely. Yep. That is brutal. So this is the downside of not using the familiar earlier. We haven't got the pedo out of play now because of the Chasm effect. Yeah, I'd have thought you'd want Sanctum on 3. Sanctum on 3 also hits Kozilek's return, right? I don't know if anyone's mentioned that. But like, yeah, K return. Yeah, Minifo mentioned it. So if we got rid of the Lotus Petal, oh, they don't have a creature? Okay, they somehow don't have a creature. I guess we're staring at each other. This is so awkward. Yep. Yep. Brainstorm resolves. Somehow they've not... They bottomed off the Preordain. We're still alive somehow. Maybe the opponent will just do nothing. Alright, am I prelating on 1? Right, I have to make the clock as quick as possible. I don't think making prelate before Flicker Wisp slows down the clock. Why prelate on 3? If they find a creature, we just die anyway. I think we want to turn off the cantrips, right? We want to turn off the cantrips. Recruiter for Revoker. I feel like there's a decent chance they have a Show and Tell in hand is the problem. And that adds like pressure to the board so slowly as well. Like we make a 1-power creature and then a 2-power creature. So we make Prelate. Next time we hit them to 11, we play a Flicker Wisp. We play a Flicker Wisp. We then have 5 power in play, hit them to 6, and we kill them the turn after. So this doesn't slow down our clock at all, I don't think. If we were to go Flicker Wisp, we hit them 10, 5, 5. Yeah, this is the same clock, so I just want to get this on 1 to turn off their cantrips. I just don't think this. They've been bricking so much. There's such a good chance they just have stuff like Show and Tells in hand anyway, right? Okay, we die. Oh. Okay, that felt kind of miserable. Like, our draws weren't that bad in either game. JPA doesn't... Yeah, like, not every list runs Cunning Wish. I feel like just shutting off the cantrips is... Like, they have, what, like, 10 cantrips, maybe? Shutting off the cantrip seems really good. How was that a quick concession? Maybe, I guess we have the Prelate on 1. So they can't cantrip into an Emrakul. Make them show at me that, yeah, you're right. Like, in a tournament I would. Maybe I was meant to there. Maybe I have a higher percentage chance of winning from that position than I'm giving credit for. This is reasonable. The Cavern of Souls continuing to look atrocious, but I'm like removing these from my deck so quickly after this league. Oh yeah, there's the attack as well, so it's like another 7 cards. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, agreed, Shadowcast. Add Brightling, replace all Caverns with Plains. I mean, I kind of want to replace the Caverns with Plains anyway. The Caverns have been really bad in our, like, multiple creature type, double white cost deck. Hopefully this is Miracles and not Stoneblade. Either way, our hand feels a bit bad with 2 Swords to Plowshares against controlling deck, but oh, are they on Esper? Esper Stoneblade? Interesting. Huh. I could just get my Jitte in play and save this, but I think aggressively naming Jace the Mind Sculptor is fine. We have swords for this, so we're not particularly bothered about it, I think. They're missing land drops, jeez. We get to resolve Athalia. Just get this nonsense out of play. Hope they don't have force. Again, Cavern being terrible. We're not going to be able to cast these for a while, but I think we do just want to get this Thalia in play. That's fair, Shadowcast. Jitte is very hard to beat, for sure. I think my Jitte is worth a lot. They likely have like Snapcasters and maybe even Lingering Souls in their deck. Oh wow, they already have both equipments in hand. Alright, swing for 4. Party down, that's really good for us. We can cast our replacement now. I can even go Jitte. I kind of want to start porting them at some point, but I think getting my Jitte into play is worth quite a bit this turn. you just port the milk. It's reasonable. I figured like this speeds up my clock a lot, but maybe porting them just even leads to them discarding end of turn, and then that's amazing for us. Shut them off like blue mana. It's kind of nice that getting a Jitte on board meant we could like answer a follow-up Stoneforge if they were to find one. Don't know how relevant that is, but oh, keep them off True Name. No, that makes complete sense. True Name seems very hard to beat. Agree. Luckily we can go get our sword here. Sword of Fire and Ice. So we can have a way to get past True Name that way. Okay, port your island. I'm gonna shut you off like Ponder to dig for your land drops. Wow. Bricking on lands, rough. Rough way to go. So, we can add these Gideons. We can add this Cataclysm. Add these True Name answers. I think that's about it. Oh, Manriki Gazari is also great. Cool. What stuff do we dislike? I can take out the Judge's Familiar, just because it's low impact, and the Remorseful Cleric. I need to cut 4 cards. I do need some number of swords as answers to Stoneforge Mystics, but it could be correct to like trim 1, since they don't have that many targets to swords. And we have like Manriki Gazari post board to answer Stoneforge. There is some amount of death going on with these taxes. Yeah, that makes sense. I like that plan a lot, Elk. Oh, you'd cut the Prelate? Why would you cut the Prelate? I feel like the Prelate's good. They mainly rely on swords to plowshares. They'll have like 2 sweepers. They'll have like 2 sweepers. What's 2 mana removal do they have? Oh, Zealous Persecution, that's true. That doesn't even kill the Prelate though. I think I like the Prelate. I think I'm going to keep the Prelate in. I don't know what I do cut though, if I'm keeping the Prelate. I don't really want to go down to like 1 copy of swords. Maybe it's fine though. Maybe I'm worrying too much. We have like Revokers, Manriki Gazari, and Judgments that can deal with opposing equipments. That is excellent. We're against Esper Stoneblade, which is pretty exciting. The deck that I decided I could not bring myself to take to a PT. It's just like, I was really high on this Esper deck until like yesterday, and I just decided it was too clunky. Swords is like fine. It only hits their Stoneforge Mystics though. You don't really want to swords a Snapcaster, and you can't swords a True Name. Like, you can swords things they equip, but I feel like you'd just rather deal with their equipment instead a lot of the time. I don't know. Oh, they're playing Baleful Strixes. Cool. Not every list does. It's good to know about. Alright, I feel a bit sad if they cast a Stoneforge Mystic this turn, because then I can't go swords into free drop. I think I still want to cut them off a mana anyway. Like, as long as they don't play Stoneforge Mystic, this is good. I guess even if they do play Stoneforge Mystic, they get to go get Jitte, and then we're in, like, massive trouble anyway. Alright, cast my Mother of Runes. Huh. Right, I could be porting them, but I want to get recruiting. We have so many recruiters. This seems great. So I can get a Stoneforge and then Vial it in their end step. We are unironically rocking Cataclysm, yes. That is great. Thalia seems great too, agreed. I'm not really sure which one to get. They both seem really, really sweet. I think I want a Stoneforge Mystic though. I'm going to pass the turn. I exposed myself to Click, but I'd rather not expose like this to a sweeper. Like a Toxic Deluge. Oh, if we get Thalia, we can double port plus Thalia next turn potentially. Yeah, that's true. I was thinking that if we hit a land, we get to Stoneforge in a sword, and then equip the sword with Mum Protection. That's fair, Honk. We're like already using all our mana a lot. That is very true. I also like how Stoneforge like somewhat insulates us against Zealous Persecution as well, since that's a card I'm somewhat afraid of at the moment. Alright, let's put in my Mystic. Yeah, we beat Turbo Depths, which was pretty great. And then we got utterly demolished by Sneak and Show. Ooh, move Vial up, draw Thalia. Yep. This is interesting. There are like so many options here. Yeah, they comboed us fairly early game 1 and then Pyroclasmed us game 2. Jeez, we have so many options. This is like a lot. This is a lot. Kinda like just getting my sword into play so I can start suiting things up next turn and not overcommit anymore into a sweeper. Yeah, I think we just pass 2. I don't know if we attack with the recruiter. I feel like we don't because we want the throwaway body to suit up. They could have a Jace. I feel like we can take down a Jace though if they resolve it. Because we have the sword and we can like even clear the Strix out of the way if need be so we can attack for 5. Oh my god, Alex. I still can't believe that. The sleeping in the bath thing. It's like so absurd. Alright, Stoneforge of your own. Scary. Yeah, that is a Jitte. That is an Umezawa's Jitte. That could be described as threatening. Are we vialing anything? No. You like Recruiter for Revoker? So we can name Jitte. We're just like gonna lose the game to a Zealous Persecution, right? It's gonna be so brutal. I guess we have a Swords to protect from the first attack too. We have Recruiter for Jailer. Yeah, we can go get Jailer. I like getting Jailer the most. I do it now so I can hold up Flicker Wisp in their turn. Yeah, I think getting Jailer is probably the best thing. Just like start pulling ahead on card advantage. Like, can threaten to exile whatever they suit up. Oh, we don't have to tick it up to 4, right? We can hold up the Flicker Wisp for 1 turn and then tick it up to 4 the turn after. Just like hold the Jailer for later. Here comes the Zealous Persecution. I assume. Yeah, that's pretty good. I need them to not have a Swords to Plowshares now. If they have a Swords to Plowshares, I'm in a very bad situation. Jailer. Leave this on free. I guess I just suit up my Stoneforge Mystic and cross my fingers, right? Cross my fingers that it gets to connect and we can draw a land. Since we have a lot of stuff to do with our mana right now. I just stayed chump. We still get a creature out of the way, so this is still great. Stoneforge, STP there, Stoneforge. I guess I was concerned that if we do that, we don't get to hold up SDP for their equip. You can still like Flicker Wisp their equip, I guess. I kind of like being able to Flicker Wisp to save my Stoneforge Mystic. Jesus. I guess if they take this, they're not taking the Jailer. Whatever. Go ahead. Do your worst. They're probably taking the Flicker Wisp, but they could take Jailer or Cataclysm reasonably. Don't think they can take any of the others. Maybe they just have to take Jailer. Jailer's pretty absurd here. If we hit our white source. If you were the opponent, you would scoop. I mean, we don't know what their hand is, right? We don't know what their hand is. This is a very strong hand on our part, though. They did take the Flicker Wisp. That was the one I was originally thinking they would take, so that makes sense. Alright, they get to hit us for 1. Our hand is quite nonsense, yes. Alex, agree. Wow, the saddest Supreme Verdict. Okay, deal. I'm actually going to tick this up to 4 now, just so I can get my Phyrexian Arena in play, I think. So I can go Thalia plus Phyrexian Arena. I could go Phyrexian Arena equip, but that doesn't seem like it matters at all. I think getting the Thalia down sounds great. At least it makes our Cataclysm harder for us to cast next turn. Whatever. Right, the game plan is now never get hit for the rest of the game. Oh, I just cannot wait to be queen. I love this card too much. How are there lists that don't play this? They will play around it. How do they play around Cataclysm, Alex? How do they play around blow up 4 of your lands whilst we have Phyrexian Arena in play? Hey, land, great. Play Pontiff, then Elk. What? I'm confused about what you're talking about. Is it worth sorting something and then just... Oh, you mean against True Name, sorry. Spend some time... No, they're snow covered because of Predict out of Miracles. You want snow covered and normal, so that they can't just predict planes. That's why they're mismatching. I feel like equipping and attacking is really aggressive. We just want to avoid taking damage. I want to like leave multiple blockers back and have swords up. Maybe I don't have to have swords up. Maybe I could just play like, I can equip one thing, attack, play Stoneforge. Maybe that's fine. I can like suit up my Thalia. I don't know. It's so hard to know what to do, like how controlling or aggressive to be in this scenario. Like snap and strokes fair. I guess I'm just gonna play the Stoneforge and then pass. Just like be as unaggressive as possible. I'm just going to hold up swords, just in case. I don't think we need to be aggressive when we have Phyrexian Arena in play, right? Just like drawing so many cards. Alright, tap down one of these. I guess we want to be able to swords a creature if they play it. So like continuing to hold up the mana is relevant. This is probably fine. If they tap too low, we just like Cataclysm them anyway. I'm a bit scared of specifically the card Lingering Souls at the moment, but other than that I think we're in a great position. Even Lingering Souls, we can like try and jitte the tokens down, I guess. It's fair, Minifer. I will check that out after the stream. Thank you for linking it. I don't know. Palace Jailers felt intensely unfair to me. Like, basically every time I've resolved it so far. But... no worries, Minifer. You can go ahead and link stuff. I know you're good. Maybe we're meant to leave like some more Swords to Plowshares in the deck. So we brought it out 3. Maybe we're only meant to board out 2 just because like in this sort of scenario we just need to be able to protect our reign on the throne as much as possible. Which we're already pretty good at doing, but... that's fair, Elk. I get it, it's like... it can go wrong. When it goes wrong, it's very bad. is a Jace the Mind Sculptor. That is A-okay. We get to equip our sword now. Kill Jace, draw a card. Oh, we get to equip our Jitte and get some counters stored up to answer Baleful Strix. That's even nicer. Or just GG Cataclysm, kill Jace. That's also true. That's also probably game winning. Could just take actions at random and win at this point, but I guess we Cataclysm. I guess we Stone Rain all their lands. I guess that's what we do. I'm the tiniest bit worried that they could go like land Baleful Strix if we Cataclysm as part of the problem. But I guess we get 2 draws towards a land to equip the sword. Cataclysm kills Jace? What the fuck? You're right, you're right. I did not realize that. Why do we need to do anything? Why can't we just keep doing what we're doing? Fair. Guess I could just like get Jitte and play and pass the turn and port them. No, I should have equipped sword. I was thinking of like casting Cataclysm because someone mentioned it. No, we should have equipped the sword. I agree. I was like locked in on the Cataclysm plan because blowing up lands excites me. But I agree we did not need to Cataclysm, and so we should have just sorted and drawn a card and killed Jace that way. And that would have been amazing. Spells don't have haste. Oh my god. I have not heard that one before. I feel like I haven't seen Jarvis stream in a little while. I need more Jarvis streams in my life. Jarvis is great. I love Jarvis. Strong agree. Playing Cataclysm is the 4th or 5th best play. Alright. Snap Verdict. Deal. Oh, that makes sense, Minifer. That makes sense. Orc. Derp derp derp. Maybe they missed their land drop last turn, right? They missed their land drop last turn. And we get to immediately make a land after Cataclysming. Whatever, this is great. And then port them. Or even just cast Revoker, so we can suit it up next turn even. Stone Rains people. Why would you not want to Stone Rain people, Pika? Stone Raining people is like the purpose of playing Magic. Alright, this is probably my final match of the evening before I head off. Yeah, I think I agree with that, Alex. We're definitely keeping the port, because we want to be able to, like, cut down our opponent's mana as they try and rebuild, but... And I think Sword's, like, functionally like Jitte in that scenario. Yeah, 3-1. Only loss was the Sneak and Show. Deck is great. Cataclysm is an unpleasant Magic card. Agree. It is certainly an unpleasant Magic card. Don't forget to get my Brightlings. I have got the tab open, so I'll be able to do that tonight. Definitely putting like a Brightling in this deck to test it out, maybe a second. I'm still not convinced Brightling will be amazing, but oh my god, is this a Death and Taxes mirror? I'm so excited for the Death and Taxes mirror. This is great. Yeah, easiest keep of our life. He's been playing different decks recently. Okay, okay. That is fair. I suppose people are allowed to play different decks. Oh my god. Huh? If this is Moonstompy, it's good for us. Oh! Oh, this is the Painter's Servant nonsense. Right? This is the Painter's Servant's nonsense. Yeah, Painter Stone. Safari is going to be nice here at least. Painter's Servant is in hand. Okay. This Falia doesn't attack very well, but... Use Aether Vial's abilities. See, Alex, we'll try our best. We are shooting for the 4-1. Certainly crossing our fingers. Oh, awesome. I'm glad to hear that feedback on Brightling. I will definitely try it out then. Yeah, that is a Painter's Servant. Recruiter Mirror. Oh god. Alright, if we hit a land next turn, we can recruit for, we can recruit for Revoker. So we want to tick this up, because then land lets us recruit to Revoker. cast Recruiter. We just have to get Revoker, right? There's nothing else we can do. Okay. These all look so funky. Jeez. I'm just going to pass the turn, hold up Mum activation. This is perilous. I will give it that much. This is the tiniest bit perilous. Grindstone Painter literally on board. Gonna go ahead and take this up to 3. In case you draw a Flicker-Wisp, we can then flicker Recruiter and get something going. These Mother runes are quite something, with the Painter's Servant in play, yes. This is true. Holy cow. Huh. So my thought pattern here is recruit Flicker-Wisp, Flicker-Wisp Recruiter, get Jailer, and you can jail the Painter's Servant next turn. I think I like that as a line. It means we don't get the second Mother of Runes online, but we get like a free power flyer out the deal so we can close the game really quickly. Alright, let's get Flicker-Wisp. Just pass the turn. Yeah, Stoneforge Mystic's also decent, I guess, because you get to start jittying things down. I like how, getting Jailer just immediately gets rid of the Servant, though. I think that's pretty important, getting rid of the Servant next turn. Shoot. They're tapping mana for something. It's terrifying. Sword is hilariously... Oh. Why? I don't... Sword is hilariously awful against Painter. Why is Sword awkward? Oh, it gains pro blue and the Sword falls off. Right. Oh my god. Yep. Yep. I got it. I got that. I got that. Yep. The Sword is blue, so the Sword falls off. Snaring Bridge. Alright. So we can put in the Flicker-Wisp. We can either set up Flicker Chains to kill my opponent next in 2 turns time, or I can just play it safe and get Jailer. Yeah, I think I like that line the most. Elk killing with a pile of Flicker Wisps, I think I agree. It like exposes us a tiny bit, but not like a huge amount. We still have Mother of Runes up, right? I guess my fear is they get a second bridge, make a second bridge. We can also currently attack with our Flicker Wisp, which is absurd. Opponent has 3 cards in hand, so we get to hit them to 7 regardless. I think I actually just want to get Jailer. Grab more Flicker and Flicker Bridge. I can do that, but I think if I get a Jailer, I just can't lose. I get the Servant off the board. And then, so like, I'm not at risk of dying. And then I just get to draw into so much disruption. Like, I can draw into, like, wastelands and stuff to cut my opponent off mana as well. Yeah, I want to get down them next turn as well, I think. Agree. I think I like getting the Palace Jailer here the most. I think this is really strong. Because if they have a second bridge, getting a Flicker Wisp doesn't even do anything. So I'm going to put the Vial up to 4 to make sure this Jailer can't be countered and guarantee I can get it in this turn. Okay. So we can cast the Mother of Runes. Oh, I guess I attack with Flicker Wisp before anything else, right? Worry about everything else post-combat. Oh, Jailer first to turn off. Then they can do it in response, I guess? Yeah, I want to Jailer this first so they can't counter the Mum. You're right, you're right. Game-losing Jailer incoming. What? How could this Jailer possibly be game-losing? This Jailer is great. I can just respond to the Reb. Ah, that's true. So it doesn't matter one way or the other. It doesn't matter how I sequence it. Give my opponent an opportunity to misplay. I doubt Barrow's going to misplay. Barrow is very good, but that's fair. I don't know that it only has one Ensnaring Bridge though, and I don't know that he hasn't changed the list. I think this is a reasonable line. Sick. Right, so what do we want against this? Council's Judgment seems amazing. Cataclysm could be okay. I guess they get to keep an artifact creature and an artifact. And it's like kind of bad against Ancient Tomb, it's probably bad. Oh, very plausibly have Fiery Confluence, that's a scary card. For sure. Cataclysm is sick here. Okay. I'm into that then. I don't think I want any of these others. I've got like enough removal of just swords to plowshares, I think. The Remorseful Cleric is garbage. The Sword of Fire and Ice is really bad too, right? Because of Painter on blue. You'd bring in Path just to break up the combo. Just like the combo's that scary. Fair. I don't own Brightlings yet. I'm gonna have them before tomorrow though. Before tomorrow's stream. What else? We can cut one of the equipments, which is probably the sword. And then how do we make room for the paths if we're playing them? Kind of like everything in the deck currently. Cut Batterskull and Stoneforge Mystic, that's fair. Fit these paths in. Yeah, this seems good. I like the setup. Just like make sure we don't go out die to the combo, since we're a much grindier deck. So as long as we survive, it's good for us. Ooh, this is nice. We have Vial plus Valia. We don't have Disruption to a fast combo, but I think this is still an easy keep. There's a Rip. Rip turns off Goblin Welder, which is legit. If they play Goblin Welders. Oh, and potentially Daretti. I don't think the list from the challenge had Daretti, but fair point. Yeah, I don't think it's quite enough. Part of the problem with bringing in Rip against Goblin Welder would be like we aren't sending their permanents to the graveyard very much. We're mainly exiling them, so that seems really awkward to me. Oh my god. Yeah, that's pretty exciting. That is quite the magic card. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and play my Aether Vial rather than playing scared. Yeah, turn 1 Copter is sweet. I agree. This guy's draft went well. Oh, I didn't realize they added City of Traitors to the Vintage Cube. Jeez. That is a Chandra. Oh boy. So I just played the Thalia, right? And pass the turn. Can flash in a Mother of Runes. Chandra is quite scary. Turn 1 Cop to turn 2 Chandra. This is the best Vintage Cube deck I have ever seen. If only that copter were a Heart of Kiran. A Heart of Kiran would be quite a bit better here, yeah. Well, we have a Flickerwisp, so we can get under the bridge. It's still quite problematic, but right. Hey, Kaylee. Legacy's going decently. Legacy is going quite reasonably. Right, so I can flicker the bridge, put Chandra to 4, and then have another Flickerwisp set up. Or I can hold Flickerwisps. I think I want to get one in play, just like build out my board. It's means I can't double Flickerwisp like the Copter out the way next turn, but oh, opponent, I'm so stupid. Yeah, opponent has 2 cards in hand. You're right, you're right, you're right. This is terrible. This is terrible. You're right. I know, I know. I forget that Ensnaring Bridge has other text than you can't attack. Alright. This is awful. Yeah, I can flicker Chandra and get in for 2 damage. It's like still achieving something, but yeah, it's probably fine to still just play out the additional threat, agreed. It just feels really bad, but like the Flickerwisps are kind of important like currently because of trying to keep the bridge off the board enough to kill our opponent, so it feels a bit bad from that perspective. We do have Council's Judgments post board though, so we have other ways to get rid of the bridge. And now we get to kill Chandra, which is nice. Kill Chandra and then they have nothing going on anymore. Yeah, they have a lot more air than we do, agree. See you, Mike. Enjoy. Ooh, we can name 4 for Chandra and Fiery Confluence. This is also Kozilek's Return. I'm actually going to look this list up because, like, I have no idea what I'm trying to play around here. Whether I meant to name 3 or 4. Okay, it's completely different from the list that 7-0'd the Legacy Challenge. It's like a completely different deck list. So four or 1 makes sense. I think I named 4. Getting hit by Kozilek's Return would suck, but I think I named 4. Like, we've already seen Chandra as well. Yeah, 3 turns off Council's Judgment, that's a serious downside when we haven't even seen a Kozilek's Return yet, right? That makes sense. Chandra, attack you. I guess I did that the worst possible way, because now Kozilek's Return we deal 0 damage to Chandra. Rather than dealing 3 damage to Chandra. So we should have sent this instead of the Flickerwisp. Sudden shock incoming, oh my god. I'd be so upset. Alright. That's good against equipments and Vile, I guess. Oh, Thalia has return covered for this one turn, you're correct. Yeah, absolutely. I've never seen the Viashino Legacy staple. Can confirm. We're just wasting this to cut them off 1 mana. I don't think the 1 mana really matters. I'd like to be able to still cast Palace Jailer if I draw it, so... I covered return during our attack step, Tipsy. For like the duration of our attack step, it covered return. More copters. Oh, this is sweet. The heretic can crew copters. Yeah, the vial's going. That's fine. Opponent lost their Lotus Petal in exchange. And we drew a port because we're great. Port is a pretty absurd draw, honestly. I think I can attack for 1 here. It's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Right, I can attack for 1 and have one of these up. I only get punished by like Pyroclasm, I guess. Pyroclasm plus land. And the 1 damage could end up mattering on the turn we end up flickering Bridge. Alright, there we go. Okay. Obviously they get to start building up to like crewing copters, but if they do that then we get to get in attacks. So it's kind of an awkward position. Nice. I can name... I have to name Viashino Heretic amusingly, right? So I might as well just not cast this for the time being. I guess I still cast this. Anyway. Even if I have to name the Heretic. Because then I can draw like Aether Vials and stuff and actually cast them. I can draw Jitte, which is really nice. Oh, name something else and keep using Mother of Runes. That's a good point. We don't care about Chandra because we've got this on 4. Grindstone is a fine name though. And this uses up mana, so like, if he's trying to activate that every turn to keep our Mother of Runes down, then he's not doing other stuff with his mana, right? Seems good. And we can tap down the Ancient Tomb. Feel sad it's not worded like City of Brass. Another land, okay. Making this port a bit less relevant, but huh. You can get rid of the heretic now and start attacking for 1 with Mother of Runes. This might be a slightly aggressive use of Swords to Plowshares, but also means like both our mums get to be untapped if we want them to be, instead of them being pressured like that. Oh my god, Recruiter is good. I guess if I tapped the land, a mountain, I could have had my opponent take damage to cast the Recruiter. Walking Ballista. Yeah, that might be the end. That might be the end. Uh-huh. Well then, I guess these Mother of Runes are now on the beatdown plan. Yeah, 2 cards in hand. Yep, you're right. Oh, they have Smuggler's Copters. Maybe this is bad. This Copter gets to block and get a loot in. Jesus. This is so bad. We can't beat the Ballista anyway, but hold 1 mum. I think I still want to cast it out just as like a body. Like everything's just going to be killed by Ballista regardless. I think I like just playing it out. I guess I tap an Ancient Tomb here. Still. The Ancient Tomb deals damage to my opponent, whereas the Mountain doesn't. Oh, I get what you mean, Chow. They can just, like, kill the Mother of Runes is the problem of the Ballistas, so I don't feel like holding up the activation does anything. I think I'm actually going to tap down a Mountain instead of an Ancient Tomb. Because, like, tapping an Ancient Tomb represents 2 damage. I think this is fine. And like there's a decent chance he like drew into a land between like Draw Step and Copter. I mean, yeah, but if my opponent has a land in hand, it doesn't change the math at all, which I tap. Whereas, like, dealing the extra damage feels potentially relevant to me. I don't know. It is tough. It's a Swords to Plowshares. Interesting. It's a very good draw. I'm not sure what to do with it though. Honestly. Like, I can just Swords the Ballista and force action on it. Then I have no interaction for Painted Grindstone. Just kill it. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. Watch our board disappear. From now on, I think I'm just tapping down mountains instead of Ancient Tombs, since my opponent's so close to dead off Ancient Tomb activations. Yeah, we'll be fine. Agree. We got stuff going on. Like, the game is not over by any means. Yep. Remembers to crew the copter. Judgment, Wisp, Recruiter, Revoker. As in, like, those are all the good draws, right? Yeah, all of those are very good. Agreed. I'm just going to tap down mountains here. Try and lock my opponent off of Painless Mana. Here we got in another 2 damage because of that. That's really good for us. Second bridge, less ideal, but if we draw a Path to Exile, we actually get to, like, go for the kill, which is amusing. Oh, Wasteland, nice. I guess I just Wasteland now. Yeah, we are very close. Even through, like, that crazy Ballista turn. I think I'm still tapping down mountains here. Rather than the Ancient Tomb. Yeah, tapping down Ancient Tomb would stop my opponent casting Chandra, which is relevant for sure. But I feel like they're in a bad situation if they have to cast Chandra anyway. That is a painter. All the Pyroblasts in my opponent's hand now have text. Nice. Alright, let's see if we can strand some cards in my opponent's hand. Goes to 1. Oh! I'm stupid. We can attack through the copters now, can't we? Yep, you're right. Yeah, I can protection the Sanctum. Did not see that. That's really smart. It does expose ourselves to Pyroblast, which, like, is a reasonable thing for our opponent to have in hand at the moment. Oh boy, that's a beating. Yeah, pro the Prelate, I agree. I guess we wanted to pro blue rather than pro red there. You think I have to save the mum? That would also be reasonable, I'm not sure. That is absurd. Now there are no creatures on the other side to crew copters if cards get stuck in hand. Enlightened Tutor. Getting Painted 7, just a replacement one to continue crewing copters. Makes sense. Yeah, you think Cataclysmers are out? I don't think we're dead by any means at the moment. We also have like Council's Judgments and stuff. And we have the Sanctum Prelate down, which means they could just get cards stranded in hand, potentially. Or like, eventually the Copters get crewed if they have cards stranded in hand, so makes it kind of tricky. I'll reset the Prelate on one. I agree, we should have done that. I agree. That would have been better. Especially with the Port in play. Tapping down a land every turn. No, we should have reset the Prelate for sure. Yeah, part of my thought process with playing the Wisp was being able to attack around these Copters if we ever deal with the bridges. But like, that's obviously incredibly marginal, and it's possibly the margins off holding on to it work out a tiny bit better. Like, there is a world in which we hit our 6th mana and the second Flicker Wisp. It would be like the final one in the deck, but we also have 2 recruiters left that could have gone and found it. It's interesting. Yeah, that probably indicates the Prelate's on the wrong number, right, Tipsy? Is probably what we should be reading from that. So just like 4 doesn't matter. Alright, I'm just gonna take this. Getting rid of one of the Copters doesn't really achieve anything. Yeah, if we'd swapped this onto 1, both of these would have done nothing. Maybe we'd like have a chance then. I probably just meant to port here. I'm kind of playing quickly because of time concerns. Yeah, Jete lets us attack into the Copters, which is nice. Especially with Thalia, because of her first strike. She like deals 2, and then we shrink the Copter to kill it. Stoneforge is really good there, yeah. Agree. Completely. Oh wow, that's also really good. Jeez. So we get to do this first though. Suit up the Thalia and swing with first strike. Oh, they get to block with both copters, but then we get to kill... I guess we don't get to attack, they only have one card in hand. This is fine though. I'm being stupid. I'm not thinking too much because of time concerns. Get the Jailer. Put it on Stoneforge, yep. I could have put it on Stoneforge and attacked, you're right. And then we could have, like, suited up Recruiter next turn as well. If I attack with everything, they die, most likely. And like, none of our creatures really matter, so if they have a removal spell, we still keep playing. I guess maybe I was meant... I don't get to Jailer before doing this because of the Copters, that makes sense. Yeah. The first strike on Thalia is just busted here. This is absurd. So now I can kill this. Kill this. I should do this after damage, obviously, but he obviously doesn't have any interaction or he'd be using it, so whatever. Well, there's nothing to crew the Copters. We'll be drawing 2 cards a turn. Like, the Stoneforge gets underneath the bridges most likely as well. Yeah, first strike plus Jitte is absurd. I've never got to do this before in like the 14 matches we've had so far with this deck. It's never come up. But it was like completely unreasonable there. For sure. Sure. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a good reason for Moran Crusader to see play. Oh my god. Grim Lava Mance is actually a bit scary. Never mind. I take back everything. I should have done that upkeep, but I'm rushing a bit. Oh no, then he'd get an activation, right? So that's bad. Yeah. Makes sense. Grindstone is in play, but we've got a Revoker. I wish I had more counters on this so that I could sneak under the bridge with it. That would be amazing. But here we are. I'm going to be F6ing lots, so non-zero chance I get punished for that at some point, but... Oh wow. Can reset the Sanctum Prelate now. Okay. Name 1. Oh, Brightling would be absurd here, yeah, good point. Hit the bridge. Opponent has 2 bridges, so that doesn't work. This does, however. I should have floated a mana there, so that I could equip. Oh no, it's gonna be equipped anyway. This is fine. I should have kept a 1 power creature. I'm the worst. Alright, alright. Cool, we got there. That was pretty absurd. That was pretty absurd. Yeah, that Cataclysm earned its slot. Alright, we're gonna open 1 treasure chest before I head off. Oh, this deck is gas. I need to add a Brightling though. A Brightling or 2. I'm gonna get the Brightlings later tonight before tomorrow's stream. Cataclysm is great. It is. I agree.